Chat with Nazi Christmas Final Celebration Show this Monday, the 20th of December at 5 p.m. on the amazing Roots 96 FM. Please tune in and join us.
Hi, I'm Dennis Rushton, the smashing pianist, and I'd like to wish Roots FM and its listeners a blessed season. Join me on Fluid Chat with Nazi Creative Christmas Finale on Roots 96.1 FM on December 20, starting at 5 p.m.
Welcome to the Food Chat with Nazi Creative Show, aired right here on Roots 96.1 FM, the only station to own your creative talent. Welcome all my listeners in Jamaica and overseas, and all my youths, a pleasant good afternoon. Now this is our season finale show, and we're so happy that you stayed with us throughout the season. And now we're going to be bringing to you some core information from our special guest creator and passionate youth on the rise. And we have our entertainers in the industry celebrating with us in selections throughout the show. So you don't want to miss what's coming up in the segments from our passionate youth on the rise, special guest creator, and our entertainment segment. Boy, that entertainment segment is filled with a lot of incredible musicians in the industry and recording artists. So you don't want to miss what's coming up. So keep it locked right here on Roots 96.1 FM. First up is What's Going On Youth, and our passionate youth on the rise this afternoon is Malachi Hallwood. He is the founder of the Exam Relief Aid that reaches across the Caribbean to help youths, and he's also Jamaica's country ambassador, so definitely stay tuned to hear much more from this passionate youth on the rise later on in the show. Also, we'll be hearing from our first official sponsor of the Food Chat with Nazi Creative Show, Mr. Andre Johns from Delcor Logistics Limited. So you'll hear much more from him later on in the show. Also coming up is our special guest creator segment, and my special guest creator this afternoon is a professional photographer and cinematographer. His name is Travis Mushet. If this is the field you're interested in, this is a segment for you. And you'd stay, cut your notepads, because this is a segment where you will learn. Travis Mushet will definitely be giving you some core information in this segment, so stay tuned for that. Also coming up in Feel With Time with Nazi, it is the entertainment segment of the show and our season finale show, and we have asked our friends to join us in celebration on the show. They are Jazzelise, Alexander Martin Blanken, Georgia Henry, True Diva, Goody Plum, Lipstick, Papa Michigan, Whiskey D, and Dennis Rushton. Stay tuned to hear much more from this creative show this afternoon. Promises to be very entertaining and informative. Keep it locked right here on Roots 96.1 FM.
I do something original, be unforgettable. They're gonna know my name. One day I'll make you a believer. One day I got this, so I did it. Someday don't try to tell me I can't. I'm a man in the future. Won't stop, I'm a mover. You gonna know who I am. High and free. It's not fate. Wait and see. One day.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malachi Hallwood, and welcome to What's Going On Youth. You are our passionate youth on the rise, and we're very happy to have you on the show this afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Nazi. Great. Actually, thank you, 96.1 FM Roots, for having me. Thank you, Nazi, so much.
All right, wonderful. So we want to get the most out of this interview with you. Can you tell us who is Malachi and what is Malachi's creative talent?
Most definitely, Malachi Hallwood is a visionary. I share the same sentiment as Bob Marley. I see myself as a revolutionary. I am an individual that strongly believes in the voices and value of our Jamaican youth.
Mm-hmm.
And my creative talent would be just my natural ability to envision things and make a plan to make it happen.
All right, that sounds positive. Can you tell us also, because we know you have many titles, but one of them right now, the founder of the Exam Relief Aid, and that spans across the Caribbean. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Mr. Hallwood?
Most definitely. So the Exam Relief Aid is an initiative which is student-led that catered to over 3,000 students across the Caribbean. So it expanded over 5 different Caribbean countries, including the Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, Guyana, Martinique, and Antigua. These countries, including our youth locally, I saw the staggering statistics in youths that were disproportionately affected, not having access to education, catering the online and the COVID-19 pandemic. So we had to do something. We saw ourselves as a solution, and we saw the need for us to be actively responsible. So we just founded this initiative. And one of the main points I'd love to get out is that it's not about what we have done, but who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up as in this world? And for me personally, is to empower people. And this initiative has done just that.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I know that these youths are benefiting from this relief aid. It's challenging for youths these days, especially with this new way of, doing our schoolwork. It's very challenging. So when you have persons like yourself who sees the need and doing this, it's very good. It's a mammoth task, but it's a very good initiative that you have done here. So can you tell us, was it that you had persons along with you to start this initiative?
Most definitely. No man is an island. And I believe our students across Jamaica were so very willing to help out that we had tutors ranging way across the parish, the 14 parishes. And that was so amazing. So we even incorporated more tutors across the Caribbean region. So we have a wealth of students that are so able, competent, and resilient enough to cater to the needs of our present world and provide solutions. So I was so amazed and so grateful for the exceptional youth across the region.
Mm-hmm. And tell us about one of your other titles as country ambassador. Can you tell us what that means?
All right, so I am currently the Wildline Country Ambassador for Jamaica, and I will be equipped and entrusted just to build civic engagement, ignite actions amongst my peers and government leaders. I'm also responsible to serve as the lead consultant in private sector and public sector in Jamaica on youth inclusion movements. So it's a very big role to fill. I'm in charge of recruiting and empowering youth to get involved in community, get involved in politics, diplomacy. As young, of course, like myself, from an humble background, persons like me doesn't really have access to these things. So what I'll be is a bridge for more Jamaicans, more Jamaican youth that are interested in these type of programs to be a part of. Whether you're in the urban area or the rural area, you have a chance. So I'm just here being a bridge and just continue being the catalyst of change that I want to see my world become.
Can you also tell us if you had mentors starting out? I mean, you're still a youth, but tell us, did you have any mentors that you can even acknowledge right now to say helped you along this journey to become this great person you are right now?
All right, here's the thing, Nazi. I believe everybody is a mentor. We can ascribe or take out positive qualities from every single individual that we meet. So it isn't a specific person to behave a certain way or to demonstrate certain characteristics. We can find every single person we meet, pick out one good thing from that person. You say, you know what, I can adopt that. I can adopt that trait. That is very notable and something that is worth emulating. So I have a myriad of mentors. I see so many different people, my parents, my friends, every single person I meet, I try to embody certain characteristics that I see is worth emulating. It has to show positivity. It has to push something positive into the world. So I believe everybody's a mentor.
That's an interesting take on mentorship. All right. Can you also tell the youths why they should be encouraged even in this time to, whichever field that they're interested in to be a part of, why they should actually stay motivated?
All right, it was a painter, Pablo Picasso, that said the sentiment where he wished he never lost his imagination or his ability to dream. We as youth, we have the ability to dream, to think big. We should not put ourselves in a box. And one of the main important thing is the global pandemic. Many ways see as from a skewed perspective or from a negative perspective, but we should take out the good in it. We have the world at our fingertips. Clicking my phone, I can reach a country way across the globe. And that is a very interesting and unique way to connect with people across the world. And so there's nothing that is limited, or nothing, let me say, perhaps there's nothing limitless to us. We have access to everything, every possible thing. What we need to do is to believe in ourselves, dream big, pursue our endeavors, trust our instinct, and of course include God in everything that we do.
Definitely. All right. One more thing before you go, Mr. Alwood. Can you tell us the other special title that you also wear? Because you know you have many hats. So can you just tell us about that
Of course, of course. I am the current head boy of Kingston College. I also serve on the Jamaica Advocacy Network Council as a chairperson. Well, other than that, I have a lot to do, and I do believe it's not just me. Maya Angelou, the poet that says, I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. I come on the shoulders of giants, my great-grandparents, my grandparents. So it's a line of giants. So I want to stand representing in this capacity because of their generosity in the fields that they were from. So it's understanding our history, building on it, and standing tall, because we are not representing ourselves, we're representing the future also. History is being written today. We are the current holders. We have the pen. So let's write it in a positive way.
All right. This is Malachi Allwood. KC to the highest, right?
Fortis. Gotta
All
say
right.
it for test.
All right, sir. Can you just tell us how we can stay connected with you on social media? You know, we want to keep up with you.
All right, great. You guys can find me on Instagram at I am Malachi Allwood, on Twitter, I am Malachi Allwood, LinkedIn, I am Malachi Allwood, all social media platforms at I am Malachi Allwood. Stay connected, reach out, be a part of the initiative, become an active solution in this current time. Reach out, stay connected. Look out for my book next year that I'll be publishing, my first ever book. And of course, I'd love for investors to be a part of an initiative that I will build a state-of-the-art facility in Jamaica that will just provide opportunities for inner city youth to access the mentor, education, all different amenities. Stay connected, reach out. Thank you so much, Nazi and 96 FM.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Malachi Allwood, for coming on the show this afternoon. Definitely, you are a passionate youth on the rise and continue to do great.
Hello, my friends. This is Alex Martin Blanken, music composer. I composed the theme music for this amazing show, Favorite Chat with Nazi. It's Christmas time, and here is my interpretation of a fairly well-known Christmas song called O Come, Emmanuel. Do enjoy.
Merry Christmas to you all. I am Dante Jeffrey, the youth ambassador for Fui Chat with Nazi Creative Show. I will be co-hosting with Nazi this afternoon. I want to give you a little update from when I first came on this show. In my first interview, I described myself as a personal trainer and a graduate of Excelsior Community College. Now I am in the US on a scholarship to further my education in a bachelor's degree. I am still a personal trainer who hosts sessions online. Being the youth ambassador for Fui Chat with Nazi Creative Show is a pleasure and an opportunity that I take to serve the youths. And like every season, this week is the end of my role. Thanks to you all. May God keep you and please have a Merry Christmas. Now you will hear from the first official sponsor of the Fui Chat with Nazi Creative Show, Mr. Andre John from Delcourt Logistics Limited.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andre John, and welcome to What's Going On Youth, Fui Chat with Nazi Creative Show and Fui Time with Nazi. You are our first official sponsor of this show, and we are so happy to have you in this celebrated season. How are you, Mr. John?
Good morning, Zia, and good morning to your listeners and viewers. Thank you for having me here. I am great. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about your business, Delcourt Logistics Limited? Could you tell us a little bit about it and how you started out in logistics?
Okay, that's quite a long story. But to cut it short, Delcourt Logistics is about it's a third-party logistics company. We specialize in courier services, delivery services, the movement of container. If you, for example, have a container that you want to move from the port to Montego Bay, we give you support there. We move heavy equipment as well. So the intention and the build of the company, it's more of about supply chain management, right? And with the supply chain management, we want to encompass everything that moves. Right, as the name logistics suggests, it's all components that fit together to make a chain work, similar to a chain on a motorcycle. It has to be synchronized and it has to come together to give the best result. We have been in operation for a little less than a year, right? And we are working with some of the big companies, the manufacturing companies, and also we're giving support to small businesses around that.
And I know my small business have been supported by you, our very first sponsor, and we are very happy for you to take this chance with us. And tell us, why did you decide to come on board as a sponsor for the Fui Chat with Nazi Creative Show?
Simply because of what the program represents. I do believe that we need to invest in our youth. Right, and we need to get the mindset clear from an early age, where persons can understand or kids can understand that they can use their passion and their dream transition into careers instead of following the traditional path. Investing in this from early, it is my belief that we can help to strengthen the future economy and greater support as a people and build our nation as strong as we need to be.
Definitely. All right. Can you tell us about some projects that you are a part of, including other sponsoring programs that you've been a part of?
All right. So we have a bi-weekly give back program where we go out into the communities and we identify few persons that are in need, and we'll give them some support to somewhat stabilize their life, provide some comfort for the short future. So we're looking to build on that program to continue to help persons in the inner city communities, I'll say. Another project I'm taking on is with the school I went to, the primary school I went to, that works with practicing in junior high. So we're finalizing a project now that can help them to stabilize their environments, considering the environmental changes that we've had due to COVID. So we're giving them some support there. We're just about giving the final touches into what it is that we'll target first so that the children of that school can have the best benefit from resources that they will need to ensure that they have the requisite education to move on to the next level. Going to Calabar next. Calabar is one of it's my high school, but it's one of the that I believe has some serious challenges in terms of the results and how those children transition into adulthood. My own experience there, I remember that it was a tough time. Calabar is while a great school, it's a challenging environment. So I want to be able to speak to the boys. I want to be able to support them in the resources that they will need. I want to be able to someday provide a chip, right, or two for the boys there, and give them mentorship. You know what I mean? Give them some insights on what to expect from the world, and then not to limit to Calabar, but to expand as we grow. We want to establish and broaden the horizon with other high schools in the country. As best possible we can target youth, we definitely will ensure that is in our portfolio, part of our core build-up.
And talk about core build-up. Essentially, what would you want to do with your business and sponsorship for your our programs for charity in the future?
All right, so what we want to do with the business, let me tackle that one first. I mentioned before that we are a third-party business solution, logistics solution. So imagine yourself operating a factory, right? And naturally you will develop a production plan, right? And your production plan will trigger into your procurement process, right? So once your team is placing those orders for the materials and they arrive at the local port, we want to be able to take it from there. Right, so the intention will be to provide first brokerage. So we clear those container materials or goods for you and we store them at our facilities. All right, once we store them there and your production plan calls for it, then we want to be able to get them to you. All right, ship them to you, you make your transition in your production process, and then you send them back to us as a finished product. Once you send them back to us as a finished product or finished goods, then we'll order for you, and of course, once you're ready, dispatch to wherever you need them to go. Building on that concept, I think we'll be able to push our business to being one of the top logistics suppliers in Jamaica, right? And give the strength and support I said to the economy before, and be able to better support our youth, because our drive is our youth. I want message to be clear that we are doing this because we believe that we can change the mindset of adults, but we have to start from the tender age. So our plan is, of course, to work with you. First, you're the first group we're sponsoring, and we can further work together on plans to see how best we can target. This is an excellent platform to get your message not just locally, but to maybe Jamaicans or kids who are living in other sections of the world, and build on providing a simple tool as motivation. Motivation does go a far way. We want to start there and of course build on the resources to help them to get to where they need to be.
Certainly.
So teamwork it is.
Teamwork, they say, make the dream work. We're so happy to have had you on the show this afternoon, Mr. Johns, and thank you. I definitely want to thank you for sponsoring the show. We appreciate you and your company, Dalcor Logistics Limited. Continue to thrive, and tell us where we can stay connected with you on social media and how to find your business.
Okay, so currently we have an Instagram page launched. It's del.cour on Instagram, and that's del.cour. Our cell phone number is 876-899-6352. That's 876-899-6352. All right, the business is of course linked to my personal page, so you'll see that information once you go there. And you can reach out. We go through our messages. We're still building that platform. The younger folks are more familiar with the technology, so we're closer with them to build there and to ensure that we are reaching the public and getting our business out there, so other companies can come on board and give the support that we need.
All right. Thank you again, Mr. Johns, for coming on the show this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
I the better boss are talking to Sanjay and they should know so they represent for the Feel It Chat with Nazi Creative Show. You know, so radio wise is the only way to go on 96.1 Roots FM. Always a bless them. Sanjay said that this is for this Christmas season 2020 and beyond. We just want everybody to stay strong. That I go on, you know. Health and strength, and that is for everybody. Merry Christmas, have a happy season, everybody, and a happy New Year when it forward. That I go on. Sanjay said that we are the last real ones left, yeah. The last real ones left, yeah. The last real ones left, yeah. Nazi, you are the last real one left, but still genuine. Happy holidays.
Ooh there, Merry Christmas, how you been? It's so good to talk to you again. See, it's been a long, long time. Can't figure out how you cross my mind. I guess it's just to say, gee whiz, it's Christmas. Hi, this is your girl Georgia Henry, and I would like to big up the Feel It Chat Nazi Creation Show on Roots 96.1 FM. Merry Christmas!
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name. Cause you burn with the burning flame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name.
Yeah.
And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the
And Travis.
Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride.
Now you will hear from our special guest creator, Travis Mushet.
Good afternoon, Travis Mushet, and welcome to Food Time with Nazi. It's our Christmas season finale. We're so happy to have you on the show this afternoon as our special guest creator. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, and thank you for having me. I'm excited to be a part of the finale.
Yes, it's a very big finale. We're so happy. We've come to the end of the show, but we'll start back again next year. But we're so happy to have you. And we want you to tell us, being that you are a professional photographer and cinematographer, we want you to tell us, how you started out in the business, a little history about it.
Well, first of all, I've been a creative for as long as I know myself, but I started out as a graphic designer.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing graphic design I was in high school, going to Calabari to do flyers for ISCF concerts and so on. Then I met a friend who said to me, well, if you can do graphics, then you can edit photos. I said, well, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a shot at editing some photos. He took some photos, shot them raw, sent them to me. He was on a flyer and he saw the way I edited. And I said, well, if you can edit, then all you need to do is learn the basics. So that friend, I can call his name, is Galen Wisdom. He migrated. And upon migrating, he said, I have something for you. I said, okay. He brought me his first car with flash, lenses, and a bag, and memory cards. And he said, I'm starting you off. Do your thing.
Oh.
And from that, it was about 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to to make the best out of it. I practiced. I did free work, of course, and checked out everything I saw until persons started to inquire, and other friends I know who were photographers started to say, "Oh, come let me teach you. You can be a second shooter," and that's where it started, and that's where I are now from 2014 to today.
Right up to becoming the CEO of Emerge Multimedia. Tell us a little bit about your business and when it officially started.
So obviously, Emerge Multimedia birth of my creativity, of the services I offered, graphic designing, photography, and then videography onto cinematography. I even working event production. I still do event production, but I used to specifically do decor and rentals. So hence the name multimedia: photography, videography, graphic designing, event production, sound system rental, and engineering. And I started to think, do I want to shed any of this? I mean, all of these verticals all surrounding the event industry, right? So I said, let me just put it all together and package it and offer those services. Today, the only service I don't offer is the event decor, but all the other services: graphic designing, videography, photography, event production in the sense plan and execute, and audio visual system rentals and engineering. So we started out. So obviously we did 2014 is figuring out the creativity part of it, but we officially started 2017. 2016 into 2017. We registered in 2017 as a sole trader. Now we're a limited liability company.
Wonderful. And I know that you must have garnered a lot of incredible persons to work with since you've been the CEO of Emerge Multimedia. You want to tell us a little bit about your experience with these clients that you have?
Well, some of my major clients. So first of all, I started out with a liking for weddings. So I had tried to carve myself out a niche in the industry. It took time because weddings are not only weddings are tricky because budget is always a determinant. Can I afford you, or are you too inexpensive for me? Because the person look at it, I'll go with a big name. So you have to get well known. You have to put together a portfolio, so to speak. So I was trying to carve a niche out in weddings. I tried my best. We got some weddings in, but then through work that I used to do before in terms of my employed days, I knew some comedians. And then Christopher Donny Daly. We took his other and his other businesses, and so I started out doing most of my work in my initial years. Most of my work was surrounding Christopher Johnny Daly, his business, Johnny Comedy Bar, Johnny Live Brand, his other business with his wife, he and his wife, Golden Closet Limited, that specializes in the female intimate and foundation garments. So they were my strongest clients, and I learned a lot from them while I was pushing to carve a niche out in the wedding industry. I was with them learning corporate, designing for shows and producing the shows and providing PA system for the commercials, shooting photo and video for them. And I basically honed my craft while Christopher Donny Daly, who he is in the creative industry and in broadcasting for so many years, helped to hone that craft. And we have now matured into doing more corporate. So now our focus is less on weddings and creative industry and more on corporate work. You understand? We work for major agencies, great work agencies like CJ Communications, doing work for Red Stripe, Hardware and Lumber. And talking about the Red Stripe group, the different brands, Hardware and Lumber group, H&L Agro, Rapid True Value, doing work for other organizations like Chase Fund. We're now focusing on corporate. Why corporate? Because I guess it's just who I am. I've always been somebody who, whether to get a description of what you want, you can deliver that to the client wants that. But I mean, weddings and the other creative industries are really left in the air. I want some level of security.
And tell us, well, tell the youths why, if they figure that they can be a photographer or a cinematographer, why they should, progress in that field.
Well, I will start off from this angle. I I've always been bubbling with entrepreneurial energy since I've known myself. I think that I should give my father credit for that because I've never known my father to work for anybody except himself. So having grown and seen my father and his relatives, all his siblings are mostly business owners, mostly business owners. So I've always had that, I went to college, I went to UTech. I didn't finish UTech and I wanted to finish, but I just couldn't finish a degree because my heart wanted to go into entrepreneurship. I wanted to be creative, right? So I will say to the youth, figure out what you love doing, what you enjoy doing, and now figure out how to make that money for you. So if you like photography, you like the creative industry, it will take time for you to earn money because the creative industry you have to have a portfolio for persons to see and like your work and are comfortable with hiring you. But once you get that portfolio going and then convert that creative energy, that liking, that love for that knack you have for photography, cinematography, graphic designing, but even decor, that knack you have, you can monetize that. And I'll tell you, you can earn anywhere from $10,000, $15,000 to hundreds of $1,000s per hour in this industry. Maybe not in Jamaica, because the creative industry in Jamaica is really struggling now, and I think it is because of how corporate view creatives and how it is deal with creatives, But I'll encourage any young person who has the knack or has the creativity to hone that skill, practice it. Just off your shoes, call to people. Find yourself mentors, as I have, to train you and to teach you, and then you can monetize that because it's forgive me, but it's better than a 9 to 5. I struggle. Some days coffee, some days tea, but that's something in life your coffee will be for.
Definitely. And can you tell us what would you want your legacy to be, Travis Mushett, in this industry? I
want Emerge Multimedia, first of all, in a number of years. I put 5 years on it, to be trading on the stock exchange. I want Emerge Multimedia to be a household name, right? In this industry, in the multimedia, media industry, production industry. And I want, when persons talk about Emerge Multimedia, the word quality can be hired. When you hear Emerge, you hear quality. When you hear Emerge, you hear personable and personal service. When you hear Emerge, that's really what I want to always say about we go above and beyond to ensure that it's enjoyed.
All right, certainly a meaty interview with you, Mr. Mushett. Can you tell us any upcoming projects that you have? We want to know how we can contact you to get our photographs done, and if we are corporate and we want to get with you, how do we contact you?
Well, as I said, most of my work is with corporate companies, so I really can't talk about projects that I'm embarking on. But us in-house, we are now launching our holiday portrait photography packages. So for those persons who haven't really been able to go out and to enjoy some time with family, any pictures at the movie or so, we're promoting our family package for the holidays. So if we have our props, you can put on your Christmas hats, you can go out to Hope Gardens, you can go back to the beach, you can come in our studio, where we can set up props and backgrounds and so on, and we can capture your family having fun within that scope, so you have those memories to last forever. You can contact us 876-810-2451 by telephone, that is, or WhatsApp. You can email us at bookings@emergemultimediajm.com. Or me personally, Travis at emergemultimediajm.com. You can find our Instagram pages, Emerge Portrait or Emerge Multimedia JA. Instagram pages are Emerge Portraits, where you can find photographs, or Emerge Multimedia JA, where you see more of our production work on display.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mushat, for coming on the show this afternoon as our special guest creator. Definitely, it was a special interview with you, and we hope the best for you and your business. And thanks again.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure sharing in your group finale. Looking forward to talk to you sometime soon.
All right.
What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us? We have problems that want to be solved. We are children that need to be loved. We need love. We were willing. We came when you called. But man, you fooled us. Enough is enough. What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? Yo, Izzy, are you kidding me?
I'm a vibe, nothing can replace me. Bad girl, fully educated. No reply, we yes, man, no motivate me. So high, get you elevated. Try so hard, it must be too much. You must think my fool, figure get you some. I'm in the barriers, no fool, better you cool down. Don't you waste my time.
Now we'll hear from featured recording artist Jazz Elise.
Good afternoon, Jazzalis, and welcome to Fluid Time with Nazi. It's our final show for this season, and we're so happy to have you on the show as our featured entertainer. And definitely, I know that I love some Jazzalis music. Yes, and definitely, Jazzalis, welcome to the show.
Hi, blessings. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
All right. So we want to know, tell us a little bit about Jazzalis as a recording artist and what we can expect from your music.
You can expect. Well, honestly, Jazzalis is just an artist that loves music, wants to inspire people, that wants to make a culturally significant impact on this whole this music scene. I just want to inspire people more, people to feel, to experience something at the heart level. You know, tell me I listen to my music, and that's just what you can expect going forward. But anything else you hear from Jazzalis, that is the hope and that's the intention.
All right. And when did you start singing professionally, Jazzalis?
I would say the end of 2018, it's probably like 3 years now. Probably about 3 years officially.
And how has it been for you since you've been in the industry?
You know, it's been an interesting ride. I mean, there's so many firsts for me in this industry. You know, first linking up with Ignition in 2019, which is a couple months after I started music. And you know, and then first time experiencing pandemic, a year and a half into doing music. It's been a crazy ride. First EP, the Golden Hour, there's a lot of firsts, a lot of amazing firsts, and a lot of things that I've never experienced before, you know, that I can say, boy, really met me on this thing. That's quite the journey. Quite the journey. What? Never been on tour, pandemic, you know, having amazing streams on Spotify and having people from all over the world love my music while never ever yet seeing me. A lot of firsts. You know, it's been it's quite the ride. It's quite the ride. So
I can see that. And in regards to the Golden Hour, how is that going? How is it, you know, performing?
You know, yeah, it did really well and it's doing really well. You know, to not have been able to work the album in the way that I'm used to, which is being in front of people. You know what I mean? Connecting with them, performing the songs in that way. To not have done that and to still be seen steady climbing from, you know, these songs that I've done. You know, I look at earlier in the year, people are really connecting with it. Like there's a song for everybody on the project. You know, and what an introduction. What an introduction.
What an introduction. And can you tell us the song that you're promoting now of the EP?
The project, yes. I mean, every song is always being promoted, but right now, you know, Elevated is a song that people are really connecting to, especially women. Especially women, you know. And as you know, I have the Elevate Yourself campaign that I'm running right now, that, to be honest with you, I hope to just carry through my entire career. The Elevate Yourself campaign, to empower women to just be elevated in their lives, in their personal lives, with their ambitions, you know, in their communities. And it's a song that is really, you know, saying to a woman, I'm a vibe, nothing can replace me. Like, love yourself and believe that you are the vibe that you seek out in the world.
Okay. So you have a passion for young ladies and to see them thrive, especially in this time where women are, you know, being hurt and marginalized in a lot of ways. It's very good that you have an initiative that, you know, wants to uplift young women like that. So that's very good. And that song probably will be my favorite song, you know, on the
Nice.
Okay. And how has the internet impacted your music? I know that, you know, it's all the rave these days to be on the internet. So how has it impacted your music?
As in inspiring the music I make, or how my music is doing?
Both ways. Both.
Well, I can't say the internet inspired the music I make, because, you know, we are the internet. Like the internet isn't just a thing that, you know, makes its own culture. It's us. It is the people who do that. So at the end of the day, people inspire my music. Experiences inspire my music. All of the craziness that is happening in the world and whatever, it is continuing to inspire my music, and the pain, the love, the life, all of that. But like for the internet now, obviously, you know, say that's how I can connect with my fans or lovers of my music, and that's the best way right now, especially since, you know, it's a limited way we can interact in person. But you know, right now it's just internet is where it's at. If you really want to connect with people, and, you know, we can have more than such and such number of people in person. So it's a national Wizkid, Beyonce. I really love what her is doing. Lauryn Hill, amazing artist. I could literally
go on and on, you know.
And on about the artists that inspire me, because there are a million. Those who have passed on too. Those who have passed on, like the Dennis Browns, you know.
Wow. We certainly got up close and personal with you, Jazz Elise, and definitely we want to promote that album, that EP with that single, Elevating Woman. I definitely think that is an important project. And we thank you so much for coming and being a part of this finale season. And definitely tell us where we can stay connected with you on social media.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear this truck passing right now, but you can definitely get me on Jazelise on Instagram, on Facebook, and
All right. Thank you so much, Jazz Elise, and continue to do great things in this industry, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Thank you for having me.
Papa Michigan, who will join us in celebration with his Christmas song.
Abadingo! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Christmas, Christmas, come to the Christmas Yankee. Christmas, Christmas, come make this skank on the banking. In him, dance the Christmas skank on the gully bank. Dance the Christmas skank, little children. Dance the Christmas skank, each and everyone. Come do the Christmas skanking. Yeah, dance the Christmas skank with your baby. You feel dance with your friends and your family. Dance the Christmas, cause you feel irie. A Christmas time again. Me say the time to be happy. I tell you say the place to be happy. Me tell you say the time to be happy. I tell you say the place to be happy right here, so. Dance the Christmas skank on your rooftop. Dance the Christmas skank on your car top. Dance the Christmas skank with the toys. Big up the little girls and the little boys. And you feel dance cause you know say you're happy. And you feel dance with your friends and your family. And you feel dance cause everything Irish. Christmas time again. I say Christmas to me every day of the year. From money in my pocket and my friends them near. Food upon the table where the most I prepare. I could a bull and peer, me no care. Come again. Dance the Christmas skank on the gully bank. Dance the Christmas skank little children. Dance the Christmas skank each and everyone. Come do the Christmas skanking. Come again. Dance the Christmas skank with my baby. And me a dance with my friends and my family. Dance the Christmas skank and me Irish. Christmas time again. Cause it's a food of enough, money of enough, love in our heart, that a surplus, everything up, everything buff it is. This for this time again. Cause it's a time to be happy. I tell you say the place to be happy. I tell you say the time to be happy. I tell you say the place to be happy right here, no. From the gully bank, little children. Each and everyone, come do the Christmas skanking, yeah.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. Everybody know goody love money. Pull up that. On the first day of Christmas, Santa give to me enough money in a me pocket. True me, chrome like the rims on the BM. Double in my cup, me no see them. Chrome like the rims on the BM. Look at you. Car crash, back mash. Them can't style me and them not get flop. I got my money and me take stock. Some girl photo shoot is a mug shot. Roll out the beamer, pack up the X5. My hustle hard, yeah, and live my best life. My flow deadly, like homicide. Me a born wife, I'm in a tech side. My face cute, my not for axe. Body thick and round, my not for axe. Skin pretty, my not for axe. My name goody, I'm a good, my not for axe. I just want to big up the Feel Chat with Nazi Creative Show up on the baddest Roots FM. I'm hope that everybody Christmas turn up, you know. I'm hope that the sorrel turn up, the cake turn up, and the house turn up, with the hot girl them there. From me know say, Girl, your body turn up, your well, turn up, your bleaching, turn up, your lifestyle, turn up.
Hey, this is your girl Trudy True Diva, and I am sending Christmas greetings to your home from Nazi Creative Show. Have a Merry Christmas. It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights filled sweet, spreading so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss that on a holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe with you, baby, with you, baby, with you, under the mistletoe. Hey. Everyone's gathering around the fire. Chestnuts roasting like a hot July. I should be chilling with the folks I know, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. Birds on the streets and it's coming at night. Reindeer flying to the sky so high. I should be making a list, I know. I'ma be under the mistletoe with you. Shorty with you. Shorty with you.
Hey, this is your warrior queen, Lipstick, and you're listening to Nazi. Keep it locked. Nazi is a queen. She's a diva. She's a woman that you never can walk over. You don't know it's your girl, Lipstick, representing for Nazi. Uno better keep it locked. Lipstick says so.
What you say? What you say? You know it's Whiskey D, the dancehall banker, and we'll roll out on the Nazi Creative Show with the dancehall tanker. You know the Christmas finale. The Nazi Creative Show build enough stars. I light and pave the way show we far. Me tell you about her, the interview star. Go roots, go hawks for yar. Again, the Nazi Creative Show build enough stars. I light and pave the way show we far. Me tell you about her, the interview star. Go roots, go hawks for yar. Yo, hey, Jamaica we won't go out. We no prefer inside. Them have we on the ropes like say a ringside. Like bill go rise like them a bill tide. The economy a slide like say a hillside. Yeah, empty promises them never feel vibe. Them say them a lead and them never did guide. Country open up for birthday if you get a big vibe. Then lock it down again and them alone for live life. Yeah, when me see it hard feel laugh. MP Papa buckle and lost the cock. Bro God give a speech and craft it off. But we can't go out and party off. Yeah, when me see it hard feel laugh. MP Papa buckle and lost the cock. Bro God give a speech and craft it off. But we can't go out and party off.
aired right here on Roots 96.1 FM, the only station to own your creative talent. I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in this afternoon and all my special guests for passing through. All my supporters that have supported the show since the show began, I thank you. All my special guest creators, all my passionate youth on the rise, all my featured entertainers, thank you all for being a part of the show. You have complimented the show in a great way, and I appreciate you. My studio engineer, Owen Brown, for holding it down all time, all season for me. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And my production family, Janet Skyers, Vanessa Stewart, Brendan Headley Bailey, and Sonny Patterson, thank you all for your support. Special thanks to Robert Brown, who have been with the show from the initial state. Thank you, sir, for being a part of the show. I want to thank my special guest creator this afternoon, Travis Mushet, and my passionate youth on the rise, Malachi Hallwood, and my youth ambassador, Dante Jeffrey, for co-hosting with me this afternoon. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. All my musical friends and family, my featured artist this afternoon, Jazz Elise, composer Alexander Martin Blanken. He composed the music of the Phil Chat with Nazi creative show. Yes, that beat that you often hear in the background is composed by Mr. Blanken. So thank you so much, sir. Also, Georgia Henry, True Diva, Goody Plum, Lipstick, Sanjay for your greetings, Papa Michigan, Whiskey D, Dennis Rushton, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Special thanks to Delcourt Logistics Limited, who is the first official sponsor of the Phil Chat with Nazi creative show. Thank you, Mr. Andre Johns, for taking a chance with this creative show. And thank you all my listeners and viewers who have tuned in each week for this creative show. And thank the Most High God for being a part of this show and giving me this talent and encouraging me to encourage others to use their talents. Guys, meet me back next time for another creative show next year.